Alrighty guys, and welcome back to an educational forward of Dead by Daylight survivor game on Tobias landing in solo queue. First thing I'm going to do is actually start working on this generator. This generator is roughly close to the center of the map, and I should get information on who the killer is. And just like that, we can see we are versing a Legion, I believe that is. Yes, now Legion's going to run over here and try and get a hit on one of us. So the best thing we could do is both run two separate directions. That way he can't hit two different people with his ability. However, the map is quite large. He's already found one. We're listening to the stability of the heartbeat. Sounds like he's coming towards us. Oh, okay, he let go of that chase. Find another gen, try and work on another gen. I'm not too intimidated about being injured by Legion. We know that this guy has thanatophobia, as you can see behind the camera on the bottom right-hand side. That is good to know. Unfortunately, thanatophobia is not a very good perk. A lot of people give thanatophobia a better rep than it deserves. Thanatophobia doesn't really apply too much of a penalty towards survivors working on gens unless every player is injured. And as you can see by the Laura, her intention is healing right after being hit. So having everyone injured is going to be very unlikely. Can I be honest here? I do not believe you should be healing against a Legion. I think Legion's a character you could stay injured on unless you are trying to, there you go, all that time spent healing just got wasted. Now, keep in mind, if he hits 3 people with his ability, the 4th person he hits with his ability, he can get a down on. Alright, looks like they're coming straight towards... Okay, I might be in a bit of trouble here. He just got another hit. This means if I am going to take a hit from him, I need to give him a pallet stun and take the hit at the same time, based on the fact that I can't afford to go down. Oh, very, very lucky for me there. I don't want to give it to him. Feels a little bad. I am isolated in the corner of the map. I do have a pretty cute window. Nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow into the fast vault. He's going to hit me with his ability and then try and run through the map. I'm surprised he didn't try and mind game it. That's okay. I'm happy to just wait around here, hang around. I'll go to a window where I can have a better access to a utilization of a loop against this guy. Yeah, he's coming in with his ability. That's okay. I'm going to run straight to the right, make it look like I'm playing into the pallet. I'm going to play into the pallet. It doesn't matter. I need to make sure I'm able to make the window if it comes down to it. He's going to run right through the board. You see, the issue here is the whole team decided to full heal. That's good because they're all on, or 2 of them are on gens right now, but they're both stacked on the generator. So now if he goes for that hit and he gets them all, he's going to be able to down a player. So that's inconvenient. I'm injured. It doesn't really matter his ability. I'm not on death hook. I've never been hurt. I've never been downed. So there's no reason for me to need to be healed right now. I tried to preserve my ability as quickly as possible. I activated Drama a little earlier than I should have. I do know that by the time he gets his ability from the shack, he won't be able to run across the board to get to that back left corner. But there's no pallet there anymore, so I'm not going to be able to take that pathing. What we need to make sure happens now. There you go. Looks like he's got oppression. He kicked the generator. We saw it at the top right-hand side of the screen. Let's proceed to pump through the gen. We got 2 different people on 2 different gens, including myself. And he's in chase of 2 players. Now, every player in this game is the equivalent of 25% productivity or efficiency, right? So if he's chasing 2 players, he has pressure on half the lobby. It is not possible for any killer in Dead by Daylight to chase 2 players at once. That is a skill that comes down to the killer being able to funnel players together. So for example, they both went down within 15 meters of each other. That isn't actually possible if they just both ran 2 different directions at the exact same time. But instead, one of them might have tried to hide, tried to greed for a generator, make these kind of plays, as opposed to playing fast spacing like they should have. Now, if I medkit her, I might be able to get her up, and there's a very good chance I'm going to actually trade with her here. Let's get her up off the medkit. Actually, I can use my hands. And she ran at the killer. I have to give it. I don't want to, but... that was very greedy of me. Alright, I need to run. Because if I go down, that's a snowball win in the game for the killer. If he picks up, which he will, there you go. Other guys coming in for the save. I need to stop the gen from regressing. I can't. What I can do, there you go. They hooked in the... he was going back to the same hook in the middle of the map. Either he knows what pressure is, or he's trying to hook it in an area where he knows that he has pain res. He's looking for me right now. He's going to have to keep looking. I can make that window pretty comfortably. I don't have to be too intimidated about him. He takes a vault. It doesn't matter. There's his ability. We'll go around the back because he's got his ability active. And I can still make the window again. Oh, he lunged. He missed. And guess what? Straight back into the fast vault on the window. While we pay attention to his movement, I don't see him. Oh, no. Look at this giant dead zone I have. I need to use line of sight and pull him in an awkward direction. Alright, it worked out well. I gave him no resources. He didn't get a hit with his ability. Rather than running over there and stacking in the same area for the 3rd time as a team, do you think we should split and apply pressure elsewhere? 1 gen's been done. It's a gen that I have done from start to finish. I'm gonna keep running. I know he has killer instinct. It doesn't matter. Let's try and get him to go through that window. It's okay, he shouldn't have hit me. He should have cancelled his ability and body blocked the window, but he didn't, and I would have been able to make that pallet behind him because I have windows of opportunity, but that would have meant he would have forced a resource out of me rather than anything. The issue here with this team is everybody... Notice that I didn't finish the mend. I don't want to finish the mend or even get double hit on me. So we're going to hold that mend right now, and we're going to wait for that bar to go all the way down. If I finish that, he's going to have killer instinct on me. He's going to know where I am. I don't want him to have any information. Alright, he's not coming towards me. He's busy somewhere else. He's cancelled his ability, so I can finish the mend. Let's proceed to work on the gen. He's found Bill. Remember, one gen's been completed, and I've done it solo myself across the board near the center on the left-hand side of the map. He manages to get a follow-up down on Bill. I think this game is going to be very hard to do as solo queue. I feel the coordination of the team just isn't there. Laura has fully healed again for the 3rd time in the match. And now she's stacking with me on a gen rather than applying split elsewhere. She obviously doesn't have access to Kindred. She can't see what the killer's doing. I have Kindred and Fogwise, so I can literally track the guy without necessarily needing to pay too much attention. It goes to showcase why these perks are so powerful, and I'm able to see the killer through the wall. Everyone running in for a hook save, killer coming back right now. That's okay. I'm gonna use line of sight. I can play him a little sidewall if I need to. He's kicking my gen. Because he's kicking my gen, I'm going to play for the strongest loop available that I have, which is the shack. If he didn't go to kick my gen, I wouldn't have played to it. There you go. He found Laura. He's going to get a hit on Laura. Let's see what he's doing. It looks like he's coming towards me. Let's take him as far away as I can. If he gets a hit on me, it doesn't really mean anything, because what is he going to get out of it? What kind of value? Is he injuring me? No, he's just going to stop. He's going to force me to mend. There you go. He cancels his ability. Let's pay attention to him. Yep. Wait for him to come through the window, and then I'm going to go right around and do the exact same thing. Now my team's actually doing objectives. I didn't see him. Oh, I'm a bit nervous. Oh, he stopped moving, and sometimes the smartest thing to do is nothing at all, and that's proof. So rather than me stop moving, what's the smartest thing I can do? Take him to the next loop. Look, he's still trying to mind game the shack. I'm not even at the shack anymore. I'm about 20 seconds away from the shack, so I'm going to just keep running and take this massive amount of spacing. He's following the scratches. He can't physically see me. There we go. Now he's actually seen me. Let's keep pulling him back around to the awkward side of the map. He turns back around. He's found Bill on death hook. Do you think he's going to kill Bill by tunneling him out of the game? Looks like he's rotating back towards me. He's trying to cut me off to the shack, so I'm trying to go wide. I'm paying attention to his movement, and I'm always making sure I'm taking the furthest pathing away from him possible. Even if he cancels his hit, yep, I should be able to make this window still. I'm gonna wait. I can medium vault the window. I don't have to panic. There you go. I was far enough a lead on him where he couldn't do anything. He doesn't have an ability to bounce off walls like the Blight. Slow down a bit, yet again, don't rush it. We'll go through the window one more time, and I don't want to give him God. I should be able to make the bad pallet on the right. Yet again, we'll slow down one more time. Whoop, yep, see you trying to mind game, and guess what? While you're thinking, I've already left. Let him outthink himself. He's lost another generator. He got no hits out of me. He got no pallets. I will have to give him this resource right here, though. If he took a body block, I can preserve a God pallet. He didn't take a body block. I'm greeting to move. Looks like the killer stuck to him anyways. No, killer's going to be tunneling me, which is really good for business. Holy cow, I almost walked into the killer then. Why? Because he did nothing. He walked the bad way, and it worked on me. This gentleman's running over towards me. We know the killer is over here, too. Hopefully, he doesn't have an ability to break that pallet. I'm going to try and take the body block. Good for you, buddy. Stops the killer from using their ability. That's a good play by him. I'm in an awkward area, and I don't think I make anything. What I do make is the back right-hand corner of the map. I don't want to go down, but where's the smartest place for me to go down? It's the furthest place away from... It's the furthest place away, and the longest time it takes a killer to catch me in the corner of the map, away from every single objective. But the bad news is, look at the team. Who's working on gens this entire time? No one's working on gens. We kept him over here. Ace took play as well, don't get me wrong, but in that entire window, Ace is somehow the first person to get on the gen. Why is that? Because Laura and Bill want to heal. Why does Bill want to heal? Bill's on death hook. That completely makes sense. But why does the full health Laura want to heal right now? And Laura is hiding on the other side of the map. She's been hooked once. The guy on death hook is in the center of the board. This just shows you synergy between a team that doesn't have coordination or communication. I could have tried to run to a different loop and make something else, but then what happens if I go down in the middle of the map? What happens? He gets to hook me in the middle, he gets to proxy near the hook and the objective, and there's two other players around. Now he's pressure on 75% of the lobby and the objective. It isn't worth doing. He's chasing Bill. He's going to try and tunnel and eliminate Bill. There is still a world of resources left on the map that Bill can use. I'm surprised he didn't chase me and force that pallet when the other guy should have taken the body block but didn't. But the other guy coming in with a follow-up body block does make up for that play too. What we need to know is if he comes and downs me right now, it's worth it. Why? Because he's not eliminating me out of the trial. If he downs Bill, Bill is dead and gone. Laura's still not touching a generator, showing you that it's basically a 3v1 this game. I'm going to just run straight over here. Hopefully my teammate sees it. Ace, you switched on. That's what I like to see. Let's jump straight on the gen. We could run across the board and look for a body block. Realistically, it's Laura's responsibility. She's the only one on full health, but Laura is not doing an objective. She's not there to help. We don't know where Laura is, but we're going to get information on her when Kindred activates in a second. He's not going to get pain res out on this hook, which is us good to know. Laura is walking on the other side of the board doing no objectives. I can't see the killer's intent. Yes, I can. I need to let the killer see me right now so the other guy can work on the gen. That's the plan here. Let him see me. It sounds silly, but now guess who's working on an objective still? Or who has time to be working on objective still? And just like that, the killer turned away. That was good for the killer. Unfortunately, my teammate was unable to jump on the gen or stay on the gen. We need Laura to really switch on right now and get on top of something. I didn't see anything at the shack. He cancelled his ability after he took an M1 hit, I'm pretty sure. No, he didn't cancel it. That's fine. I make the window. He doesn't need to worry about getting in the way and taking a body block. Yep, we're already through the window. He misses his lunge. He would have been better off cancelling his ability. We're going to just stand here and wait. You are running the wrong way. That shouldn't... He should not... Huh? I might have to drop God if the killer... No, the killer didn't go for a mind game. Let's go right across the board. Laura's still not on an objective this entire time. Full health. Not breaking a totem. Not going through a chest. Just taking in the scenery. I'm going to run across the board and I'm going to try and work on the gen again. So, it just goes to show it can be a really hard 3v1. But it can still be done just based on the sheer strength of... Legion. The only way Legion becomes a relatively strong killer is he has access to... Play with your food, Nemesis, because it affects his lunge and his distance. Laura now takes a hit, so I expect Laura to run to the corner and heal. Laura now goes down in the basement. And Laura pulls the plug and, I guess, DC/rage quits. So this puts us in a really awkward situation. It's just going to hook the bot. I can't complete the gen. The killer's going to know... I think this is going to be game over. I don't really know what I can do here. I can 99 the gen, maybe hook save Bill. The best play here, I think, is complete the gen, try and play to A pallet or A resource. He's going to come straight over here. Here he comes. No adrenaline for me. This means the killer can look for a bloodlust play. Oh my goodness, he got off the hook at a whopping 4% chance he actually got off. Killer's going to chase him rather than the bot. He's going to go down. One of the bots is going to go straight towards one of the doors. If the killer looks for the bot rather than the guy on the ground, I can actually heal him with the med kit. The heartbeat's still so loud here, so the killer is still here. I don't know what door the bot's gone to. I need to go to the opposite. He's found the bot. Okay, I don't really like to leave my teammates behind here. You have seen this has been a 3v1 all game. A max boldness and max objective. Those two are complete opposites. You should not really be maxing either. I've already left scratches, so there's no point in not 99ing the door. He just checked that door and saw that that door hadn't been opened, so he's going to come over here and punish me. I don't think I get this door. Oh, no, this is perfect for us. I am going to open the door. I don't really see myself being able to save, but I'm still going to try unless he bullies me out right now. Alright, he's going back. I'm going to heal myself, and I'm going to see if I can make a hero play for this guy. I do think I'm going to die for him, but you know what? We're still going to give it a shot. The bot's near the other door. If he finds and downs the bot, it's going to put me in an awkward spot. If I finish this heal, you know the play is to 99 the heal to get him to lunge at me, not to use his ability. If he lunges at me, I can tap the heal, and get the spacing between the two of us. I'm going to keep running based on the fact I see the bot going into the basement. I'm in a very awkward spot against this man. He used his ability, that's brilliant. He won't be able to hit me and get in front of me in time. Finish the heal, there you go. I'm going to activate Drama for star points, get that little bit of distance. The other ace has managed to heal himself, get a smoke bomb, pop it for star, and we are going to escape off of that. Make him hit me, make him, oh, I should have made him M1 me. Make it take as long as possible. Anyways, that's going to be an educational form of Dead by Daylight Survivor game. It showed you that Laura didn't really bring much to the team. Because we got lucky and somebody 4%ed off, we were able to walk away. I got 10,000 for objective, which is max, 10,000 survival, which is max, 10,000 for boldness, which is max. The only thing I didn't do was hook farm and hook save my teammates, showing that even in a 3v1 situation, you can still successfully carry a game with a little bit of RNG, a bit of random generation when it comes down to the luck of the 4% on the hook. If you guys enjoyed these educational informative Dead by Daylight Survivor and Killer games, make sure you tune into the live stream. I do educational informative DBD Killer and Survivor content over at Twitch if you guys want to pop on in. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the fog in the next video. Have a good one. Cheers.